Good morning, 819S. Another beautiful day. I think the weather is not so hot today. It's still in the 30s, but it's not as crazy as it has been. Right now it feels really comfortable. I'm really happy. It's good. Yeah. And today I want to talk about the patience of Japanese drivers. It always impresses me. Yesterday I mentioned there's a fireworks display in Sagamihara City. I had to drive past it. I had some personal things to take care of in that area. And yeah, the traffic was bumper to bumper. It was barely moving. Every time the light changed in some of the roads, maybe one or two cars only went through the light, especially the turning lanes. If people were going straight, maybe 10 or 15 cars. It was a very, very, very slow moving traffic. It was very slow moving traffic, yeah. And yeah, I think motorcycles, I've mentioned this in my videos a lot in the past, I think are always great because motorcycles are able to lane filter. And this lane here is for bicycles specifically. I talked to a police officer. He said, if you're not interfering with the flow of a bicycle, you probably won't be stopped for it. He wasn't giving me legal advice, obviously, but these chevrons, these arrows, should be safe to ride in, but the blue stripe maybe is more specifically for bicyclists. But he said, yeah, not to worry too much about it if you do ride in that lane. So, I still don't want to be ticketed by a strict shurobai or something like that, but I think I feel a little more confident using that lane from time to time. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. When traffic is bumper to bumper and not moving, you can use the side of the road. Again, granted, there's no bicycles there. So, in all that bumper to bumper traffic, my wife and I were both on the CRF together, and I usually have the intercom on, and I will double check with her to make sure that she's okay. She's not going to move or wiggle or something like that, because any movement on the back of a passenger can move the whole bike. Maybe people who've ridden with passengers understand that. And the side of the road tends to be a little bit rough, so if she moves and I end up in a little rut and then the tire gets kind of pushed in a direction I don't want it to go, it can cause some trouble. Anyways, so I would ask my wife, hey, traffic stopped. Do you mind if I go around everybody? Usually she's okay. From time to time she'll say no for various reasons. Truck is big and she's a little scared of it. She thinks the place is a little too narrow. We have enough free time to get to the place where we're going, stuff like that. So yeah, when my wife is on the back, I usually will tell her what I plan to do and then let her know, or she'll let me know if that's okay or not, or necessary or not. And yesterday we had a case where I usually wouldn't do this. This is maybe the first time to do it with my wife, but I've done it by myself before. The traffic was backed up. We were in the same place for about, I would say, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. The traffic didn't move at all, not one car. So what I did is got off of the bike, pushed the bike along an area that I'm not allowed to ride, and then after I got to a place where I was able to mount the bike again, get back on the bike, and then continue in traffic. I think I got the attention of some people, some other drivers when I did that, some pedestrians when I did that, but I don't think anyone was particularly angry. I think they were all just kind of surprised at the situation. So yeah, there are some tricks you can use like that. We got around and then we were able to move forward, which was better than sitting there. And I think Japanese people tend to be quite patient. It's surprising. They're often really kind to people. Will let you pull ahead of them, or people will stop on a main road to let you leave a side street, or there's a lot of very niceties, a lot of not very niceties, a lot of nice things that people do. There are a lot of niceties in driving in Japan. Don't get me wrong, there are really bad things that people do too, but I think there are also a lot of very kind things. So the etiquette here for driving is usually nice. And in a day where the traffic is backed up and bumper to bumper and you're only moving a few cars per light cycle, per cycle of the traffic light, you won't find as much kindness where people are going to let you in front of them because they're struggling to get through the light, so they might not let you in front of them, because then it makes the whole line behind them also kind of frustrated. But yeah, when you're in Japan and you're driving and there's some kind of a traffic jam or other situation like that, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I think do your best to be patient and calm, not to get too worked up. Always plan your trips with enough time. Like if you're going to an event, definitely add another 20 or 30 minutes to your timetable to make sure you're not going to get stuck in traffic and then end up worried about getting there on time. And if you're on a motorcycle, lane filter, get up to the front when you can. Yeah, in the US, lane filtering is mostly illegal. I've done it a few times when I lived there, and I think other drivers get really kind of angry about it. They're like, what gives you the right to get up to the front of the line? Why do you have the right to do that? I don't know if it's necessarily a right, but I think if I have the capability of moving up to the front and it moves me away from making the line of traffic longer, I think it works in everyone's advantage. So in Japan, because it's kind of legally people say it's a gray area. I haven't been able to find anything to say that it's illegal unless you're in certain circumstances, like lane splitting can be illegal if there's a yellow line on the road or things like that. But I think, yeah, basically it's a kind of accepted practice here. You just have to worry about your own safety, about people turning, because that was my only accident. Yeah. Now I'm rambling, so I think I'll wrap this one up right here. Get out there and ride safe, and ride patiently. See you next time.